Hello guys, welcome to a new video on Tower of God New World. And in this video, we're going to have a look at the character review for YURA. It's been a long time since I released a character review video, as I said in the one that was released like right after this one for Awaken Rock. So yeah, I'm not going to talk about that again. And we can just jump straight into the actual character review. So I'm going to talk about how good this unit is, skills, exclusive equipment, gear, ignition weapon report, and revolution. So to get started, I will say that this unit is, in my opinion, now a mainstay in any purple team. I'd rather run a YURA over a Kunagero, I would say, but for most free-to-play players, if you do not have a lot of dupes on Gustang, it might be better to run YURA and Kunagero. But yeah, I don't know. I like YURA kits better than Kunagero. That's all I can say here. And yeah, we're going to go over the skills right now, I would say. I've used YURA quite extensively and she's pretty good. Let's go over her here. And one of the best skills she has, and also the shortest one, is the passive, and that is a revive for your team. So whenever an ally dies, she's going to hit that ally for 2 seconds, heal them, and then they're basically back in the fight. This cooldown is 20 seconds, and it goes down to 10 seconds with the exclusive equipment. I think at level 1 is 40 seconds, that goes down to 30. That's quite long. 10 seconds is acceptable, even though I don't think you can really get more than 2, max 3 uses in a fight, I would say, but it's still really good. Then the active one skill is also really cool. She's going to target a support enemy unit. She's going to deal damage, which is irrelevant, but the important part is that she's going to steal 50% of the enemy energy. That's really important. She's going to cast the special move in no time and also delay the enemy special move, which is even more important if the enemy is someone like Evan or Gustang or stuff like that. If there are no support type enemies, she's going to throw the suitcase to the enemy with the most energy, which is cool. If the enemy hit is a support type, they are also going to be silenced for 1 second. That's pretty much irrelevant. 1 second is really no time at all. They would not cast the special move anyway because you stole energy from them. So the only thing you're actually disrupting is just the activation of active skills and maybe some passive effects that could be activated. I don't know, but not that important since the duration is only 1 second. The next active skill is called Spotlight. This one is pretty huge. She's going to target the ice attack ally, and for 5 seconds, they're going to recover 160 energy per second. If the target is purple, they're going to get 60% attack and 60% defense increase. Pretty cool. Now, the special move is an AoE kind of attack, but deals no damage. It's going to block the energy recovery of enemies hit for 5 seconds, and is going to buff all allies for 8 seconds. This buff is a 40% attack and defense increase, and if the target is a purple element ally, they are going to get 32 swiftness and 80% increased damage against the yellow enemies. This is actually insane. Like, this buff is really good. Now let's go over the exclusive equipment. The exclusive equipment is pretty solid. The first effect is just going to bring the HP recovery from 30% level 1, 45%, or from 60% level 5 to 75%. Not bad. It's a solid HP to be resurrected to, so pretty good. Level 2 is going to decrease the cooldown, the thing that we mentioned before while we were talking about the passive, so no surprises there. Level 3 is, I don't know, is okay, but not too important. Like, YURA is going to recover HP equal to the damage dealt by the ally that was buffed by the Spotlight active skill. And this effect is really not that important in my opinion, because you're running YURA with a lot of resistances later on in the game. Early on is somewhat okay. Later on might be unnecessary, still nice, but not really too important. Level 4 is extremely important. This 30% energy, additional energy at the start of the battle is really, that means you can just stop at 3 red or 1 red, depending on whatever you prefer. I think it would be better to go with the 3 red since you're already there, just for the additional attack scaling on the active skills and the special move. But whatever, you can even stop at 1 red. And she's going to cast the special move before the enemies and stop the cast of some enemies' special moves. The area of effect, as I said before, is not that big, so it's only going to be impacting the enemy front line. Is really good when the enemy Evan is in the front line. You can definitely stop his special move for 5 seconds, and that's really beneficial. So yeah, with this, you just need to be at red. You don't need the Rainbow 5 additional energy. So that's really good. You will need Rainbow 5, kind of, when the enemies will be Rainbow 5 in Adventure, not before. So that lets you just get some dupes of her, get her to 3 red, and then just forget until you're facing actual Rainbow 5 enemies. That being said, let's move on to the gear. Here I would say the only piece you really care about is the slot 4. And slot 1 and slot 3 could be nice for the additional accuracy if needed. I don't think so. So yeah, that's where my YURA is at the moment. For ignition weapon, I would say Runda and Doris are the 2 sets that you want to run on her. I don't really see any other set being viable. We could argue if an idea set could be worth it, because at that point you just stop the energy regen for 5 seconds, and before those 5 seconds are over, you're going to stop them again for other 5 seconds. Could be worth a shot. I don't know if I would do it. So I would stick with this and not just waste resources, especially if you are free to play. I would not go out of my way just to get an idea set for YURA just to test things out. I think Runda and Doris are both solid options, and most likely you're going to run her with Runda. And yeah, other point is the report. I'd stop at the swiftness one. You don't need evasion on mages and support units because you're not going to have enough evasion anyway, other than maybe in the early stages of the game. But in the early stages of the game, you're not going to have resources to spare for supports anyway. So yeah, in my opinion, you can just stop at level 4, and that's about it. For Revolution, is the same logic as tanks and supports. You want to get to tier 2 and get some effect resistance. The priority is not high because they are supports. You don't really want to spend these important resources on these. That's also the reason why I don't have any points allocated here, but this is arguably the only additional node that we care about for now. This one could be somewhat okay, but really not needed. Like 20% crit damage reduction is meh. Okay. This is really what's important because this one has 0 effect as long as you have 100% resistances, and this is the only thing that will help you avoid the enemy resistance reduction skills. So that's about it. And yeah, guys, I would say that's pretty much all for YURA. I'm happy that I could manage to keep this video under 10 minutes or just close to 10 minutes, I would say. So yeah, I will close it here and we'll see each other on the next video, which is going to be probably related to the new update. I don't think I'm going to release Jinsung Ha before the addition of the tier 4 and tier 5 in the Revolution for SSR Plus units. So yeah, that's about it. If you like the video, please drop a like and subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.